Welcome viewers to episode 8 of my Let's Play. As a viewer has asked me to protect my solar panels from creepers and such, first thing I'm going to do is just build some fences and place some dirt around it just to make sure that nothing can get inside. Let me just check the volume levels just in case. Yep, should be fine. It's all good. But I'll grab some wood. Do I have any fences? I've probably got enough. And I've got some spare wood anyway. I just want to grab some dirt, just in case. I've already got some. So anyway, I'll just protect it, because hey, that viewer was right, you never know. Don't want to waste all that hard work. So dirt, fences. He said to put a glass roof on top, but I'm not completely sure if that actually reduces the light level or not. I want to get as much power from those solar panels as possible. So I'd rather have a direct source, even though I'm not sure if it actually does anything. So let's see, I probably want to make it the same height, just in case, once again. I don't want anything to be able to jump over this. So let's see, just raise it up. Rain? Really? Go away. There we go, nearly done. I'm not actually going to be able to get up there myself. Little bit of an issue, but it's not too bad. Here we go. It's still slightly dangerous because some stuff can actually spawn on top of there, so I'm probably going to get rid of that as well. I did in fact run out, so I'm going to have to make a few more. Don't know why I'm doing it like this though. So I'll just make another 12 and I should be done. Well, here is the finished product. It should be well protected from enemies now. It is slightly possible to still get to the other side, but can't really help that. I'm pretty sure no creature's going to walk very precisely along here. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with equivalent exchange today, now that we've got all the obsidian that I need and the philosopher's stone and such already. What I'm going to go ahead and make is the pedestal. There we go, it took some time. I was actually just searching for the philosopher's stone there and all the covalence dust and such that I was making beforehand. So I'll pick that up, I'll go downstairs to that alchemy room that I made. Whoops, wrong direction. That's out the front door. Let's see, I'll just go down to my second basement over here. Head down my giant chest room. Now here we are. One thing I did forget is to bring along a crafting bench. Luckily I've got some slabs here. Wooden planks I mean. So let's see, I'll also leave this in the room because I'm probably going to have to be making a lot of things here. So let's see. Well, if I just click U here and see what the Philosopher's Stone goes into, there's the interdiction torch which keeps away mobs and such by creating a kind of force field, but what we want is a transmutation tablet. One thing I'm going to need is stone, which I forgot about, and 4 obsidian around the outside. So, seeing as I don't have any stone, I'm just going to build a temporary furnace down here. I might as well, so I can just make some stone right here. I only need 4 I believe, so I'll make 5. Just in case. Let's see, do I have any coal? I do. So just cook that up. I actually forgot just how long that old furnaces actually take, because the iron furnace and the electric furnace is just so much faster. So there we go, we've got 5 stone, 1 too many, which is fine. So anyway, I'll put the stone here, and obsidian around the outside. Now the philosopher's stone in the middle, and we get our transmutation tablet. So, I'm guessing I'm just going to put it here so it looks kind of like an altar. Now it's a little bit complicated, but basically what you need the transmutation tablet to do is learn how to make things. As you put it in, it comes up learnt, and now if I put in the right amount of EMC, I can actually make coal from other things. So if I go and put, I don't really want to waste redstone, but let's see. If I was to put a bucket in, I suppose, that's now learnt how to make a bucket. Might as well make it learn cobblestone, learn stone as well. From stone I can make 4 cobblestone, which is pretty cool. Make it learn obsidian as well, which now because it's learned cobblestone and stone it can transfer into that. I believe one stone can actually... no it can't, never mind. So, learn bucket. Can it learn bread? Yes it can. What else? You can learn sticks, why not? Learn some iron ore. Okay, iron ore doesn't actually work. Tin ingot. Oh, that's good, it actually knows the values for some mod items as well. So now it's learnt tin, learn redstone. I'll just go through all my items like this. Wooden, covalence dust, more covalence dust. Guess you can learn torches as well, why not? Can it learn sapphire swords? No it can't. Philosopher's stones? Nope. Dirt, if you ever need more of that. I believe that's everything that it can learn in my inventory. Can also learn marble, which I have far too much of already. One thing to take note of is this transmutation lock. Basically, you have to lock it to either lock to fuel, like redstone, coal, charcoal, and the equivalent exchange one, like alternus and such, or you can make it lock to matter, which is stone, obsidian, iron, all that kind of stuff. Oh, I don't think I made it learn iron. There we go. That's good. So if it's locked to matter, it can only make things like iron and such, no matter what you put into it. But if it's locked to fuel, it can only make fuel items. So what else I want? The other thing I want to make the stone learn is gold and all the other ores and such, so I can start converting one to the other, and start turning a lot of my old ores into diamonds, which will be important for progressing more in equivalent exchange. I'm just going to go grab them. So let's see, I'm just going to take some of this gold. I need to sort out my inventory, I'll be back after that. Alright, so I'm back at the table now. I've got a whole inventory full of stuff to teach it, and also to convert into, hopefully, a few diamonds. I've also bought a whole heap of chests, because I don't want to make too many trips and such, so I'm just going to pack these down somewhere. Not all 30 of them, I'm just packing down a few. In fact, they're not even permanent places for the stuff. So let's see. I might as well actually teach it a chest while I'm here. Teach it. I think it already knows that. Well, I'll try this. It's not worth much EMC at all, as you can see, except for the high covalence dust. Teach it sapphire, which is worth a lot, 1,000. Flint, very low. Some bronze, not bad. There's also stuff like ruby, emerald, redstone, which is only worth 64, which is good, because that means I can convert things like 1 ruby into something like 15 redstone. And I'm always short on redstone, so that's good. So teach glass, copper is worth 85, I was hoping that would be worth a little bit more. Refined doesn't work, that's a shame. Apatite doesn't work. Nickelite does. So coal, it's worth alright, but it's fuel, which is good, because we want to turn that into things like nickelite and redstone. We actually can't turn things like sapphire into redstone, because it's not a fuel, my bad. So tin's worth quite a bit. The same amount as iron. Gold's worth a lot more, 2,000. Lapis is also worth quite a lot. Well, I'll just keep going through this. Can't teach it coal dust. Can teach it moss stone, so I can build some quite awesome looking things. See, diamond actually costs 8,000. So it does take quite a lot to turn things into diamond. Like sand, you'd actually need over 8,000 blocks. Can we teach it basalt? Yes, we can. Marble, basalt cobblestone. Can we teach it things like diamond picks? Yes, it just costs a ridiculous amount. Okay, so now it knows how to make diamonds, we can start creating them. So what I'm going to do is grab a whole stack of tin. Try a whole stack of diamond as well. I mean iron, what am I saying? The thing is, as you're placing in all these stacks, you have to get this to equal over 8,000 before the diamond will actually appear. So at the moment I can only make it into these things. So I could keep adding stacks, or I could split up the expensive stacks so it will come to enough. For instance, I could split up this gold so the EMC raises higher, which finally says a diamond there. Or I could split up the iron and do some crazy stuff like that. Or I could just start making rubies, and then put the rubies into this, which would probably make a lot more sense. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll make rubies, 64 of them hopefully. I don't know why that suddenly raised to 8,000. That is rather strange. But I'll make a diamond and it drops back down. And what I'm going to do is just shift click so I get as many rubies as possible. As it moves around, unfortunately, it's not going to work. So as you can see, it's actually converted all those ores into EMC here, which is stored so I can create diamond pickaxes now. See, what was happening every time I made a diamond, it would make a ruby. It took one ore from each of these, and there was plenty of leftover EMC every time I did that. That's why I've got all this reserve now to make a whole heap of diamonds. Or I could put that ruby back and start making something that's worth even less, like tin, and that reserve will start increasing again. So I could just go, I don't know why it's making two different types, but anyway, make a whole stack of tin. Then I can put it back again, and make something worth even less, and keep repeating this process until I have a whole heap of stuff. So I wonder if buckets are worth less. No, they're not. Anyway, I've got more than enough EMC now to start making some diamonds. Unfortunately, my inventory is completely full, so I'm just going to, as you can see, you can actually close this down and the EMC will still stay there. I'm going to go to a chest and put all this stuff that I don't need away right now. I don't think I taught it flint though, so I'll take that back. Yeah, I'll keep the redstone on me. Let's see, I'll just put all this away. Keep the lapis. I did make one diamond there. Oh, I still had some leftover tin. Okay, so that's good enough now. Head back over to this. I'll put the copper and the tin down. Turn that all into iron. Whoa, I didn't want to make that much. Okay. Maybe I'll put some back. Yeah. I did want some diamond, I didn't want that much. So let's see. Now, this is as many iron as I can put here. So I'm going to try and make a diamond out of it. My EMC is still going down from making this though. I now can't make any more diamond, unfortunately. This is why the usual step is iron to gold, then gold to diamond. Because you only need 4 stacks and then you can just make a whole heap of diamonds like this. 22, not too bad. And just to finish it off, I might as well make some more gold. Didn't really get much. And 4 gold should be enough to make 1 diamond. There we go. So, from smelting down all that ore, we got quite a bit of iron back, and 23 entire diamonds. Now you're probably thinking, what am I going to do with 23 entire diamonds? Well, what I'm going to try and make is a collector. Energy collectors, they get energy from the sun, and they start making EMC completely passively, so you don't have to put in items. It'll actually create items out of nothing. So they're very expensive. They take an entire block of diamond just to make one. And glowstone, which is also incredibly expensive EMC wise. Especially if you don't want to go to the nether and actually collect the dust yourself. So, I could either create it with all the materials, or using this table, I could use diamonds and create it myself. But unfortunately you have to make one like this, because you actually have to teach the transmutation table how to make energy collectors on its own. So I actually am going to have to make a block of diamond here. I'll now teach it the block of diamond just in case I ever have enough EMC to actually learn that. So there we go. Now if I wanted, I could put in enough diamonds here and it could actually make a block of diamond on the other side. Now the other thing it needed was 6 glowstone blocks. So in other words, I need 24 glowstone dust. which, if you remember from an earlier episode, I can create from gold dust and redstone dust. So I can make gold out of iron now, and then turn that into dust by macerating it in industrial craft. So with all these mods combined, I actually never have to make a trip to the nether. What I will make though is some more redstone. Once it stops being... this is rather strange. I want to take it off locked to matter. I want it locked to fuel instead. I might have to use up all this EMC first, I'm not completely sure. Let's see, perhaps if I make glass out of it, and then... Come on, stop moving around. Now, you actually have to use up all the EMC. So I might make a second table eventually, one for fuel, one for matter. Now, if I put this coal in, I can straight away make some redstone. I might just put some more in though. Seeing as each one is now... Well, each time I do this now, I'm gaining a whole heap of EMC. So anyway, I'll just make all this redstone. Got a full stack now. And a whole heap of EMC to create some more. So let's see, just see how much redstone I can make out of a whole heap of coal. Not too bad. Now what I need to make is some gold. So I'm going to head upstairs, grab some ingots, which I'm going to craft into some gold. Now I did have 16 left over from some earlier projects. Unfortunately I don't really have much matter. Luckily lapis lazuli is worth quite a lot, which should make quite a bit of gold. I'm also going to sacrifice my ruby, sapphire and emerald. And I'll keep the rest of the stacks. This should be enough. I shouldn't have to smelt any of my leftover ores. Let's see, I head downstairs, back into my room. I love those steps. Anyway. That should have no lock. Nope, still locked on redstone. Now I just have to lock it with lock it to matter by putting some matter in it. I'll also put this lapis in. So it'll create heaps of leftover EMC once I'm starting to make the gold. Let's see. Just gotta follow it around the table. There we go, so I've got a got heaps of stacks of gold now. Now I just have to go macerate it. Well, in the macerator from earlier I also found a whole heap of iron dust, which is quite nice, so I'm gonna just put this in the smelters so they can start going. Sorry about the sound. There we go. I think that should have fixed it. Or not. Sorry about that, viewers, it has dropped down now. Unfortunately, whenever you start up industrial craft machines, you have to change the sound settings again. So now my gold is macerating, getting a whole heap of iron, which I could turn into more diamonds and such later on. So I'm going to head upstairs and start using that Somnia mod, so I can go to sleep and just speed up this whole process. Unfortunately I have to sleep again because it was nearly daytime anyway. Well, it's been half a day, so I'm going to wake up now. I'm thinking they should be about done. Let's see. Or perhaps they're not getting enough power. These generators are off, power levels are awfully low. Only about one left. Do I have any coal to power these? Okay, that should help out. Not sure if those are too loud either. Yep, they were, sorry about that. Okay, they are almost done. Macerators take forever. I'll just go back to bed one more time. They are nearly done, just about 2 to 4 in each one left. I have the 2 generators and the solar panels of course going. It actually is charging up once the furnaces are off. But I do only have 4 macerators going, not the total of 5. So let's see, gold dust, that one's still going. That one's got my dust ready. This one should nearly be done. So there we go, we've got 2 stacks of gold, a whole heap of stacks of iron. Now I'm just going to head back downstairs, do some more equivalent exchange. Alchemy, I guess you'd call it. Now, here's my crafting table, which I'm going to create some glowstone dust out of. Pretty sure it uses 4 gold and 5 redstone. Just checking. There, that's right. Okay. So I'll put a stack into each just because it's easier that way. And I've got plenty of redstone now. Now the gold dust, I'm just going to have to split up a bit. What am I doing? Just increase that, there we go. So, get 32 glowstone dust out of all that. It's not the cheapest recipe, but it works. And hey, if it saves the trip to the nether, I'm happy. Well, I better keep a little bit so I can teach it how to make glowstone dust, so it'll be cheaper for me later on. Now, also make some glowstone and head back to the table. So I'll teach it glowstone dust now, or not. I'm going to have to use all this EMC first. I'll just create some iron ingots. There we go. Now I can teach it glowstone dust, which is a fuel, and glowstone, which is also fuel. Okay, now I can create that collector. So I'll just overlay this, if you remember how. I'm just going to click this. 1 block of diamond, 1 bit of glass, 6 glowstone, and I forgot the furnace. Wonderful. I don't even have the cobblestone on me. Great. Okay, I went and got the cobblestone. I'll just make that furnace and teach it to the table just in case. There we go. Now I can make furnaces in case I ever need one. Now, I've actually forgotten how to make this again. Furnace at the bottom, that's it. Diamond in the middle, glass at the top, and those glowstone. Now we've got ourselves an energy collector. Now I could put these outside of my solar panels. It would get a fraction more energy that way. What I'm going to do is put it inside, I think. What I'm going to do is put it... It needs to be slightly off the ground, so I'm just going to put some glass down first. I need to be able to get underneath the thing. One more. Now, you're going to go... I'll put it in the hard place to reach first. Energy collector goes there. The other thing I need is something to light it. Something that's a little bit stronger than a torch. So I'll put in 1 iron ingot. It's actually too much. It's not coming up. It's actually a really cheap thing. I'm looking for a jack-o'-lantern. What about glowstone? Well, glowstone's really expensive and it's fuel. What about this? This might be a problem. Okay, I wonder how I'm going to do this. Maybe if I use 1 iron here and I take out something cheap, then perhaps I can make the EMC go down to a level where it should appear. Let's see, I've got chests appearing now. Why don't I do it this way? Nope, still chests. Okay, come on. Right, I haven't taught it jack-o'-lanterns. That's embarrassing. Luckily I've got 12 in this chest here. What I could have done is head down to that farm, which I made in an earlier episode. Should have stacks of pumpkin by now. Anyway, I'll take that pumpkin. I'll actually use those torches that I made anyway in creating the jack-o'-lanterns. Because to the best of my knowledge, jack-o'-lanterns produce 1 more light level higher than torches, but they're still below sunlight. So let's see. I might as well make it learn pumpkin as a whole as well. Learn pumpkin. Oh, actually rather expensive. That's cool. Now I'll just make myself a jack-o'-lantern. There we go. I'll just make 1. Get out of there. Okay, I'll teach it the jack-o'-lantern as well. It's only slightly more expensive. And now I'll just put this jack-o'-lantern directly above this block. So eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to have a collector above here, and on all these sides. Then what I'll do is I'll replace this glass block with a relay. Relays produce only a small amount of power, but what they do is, the more collectors around them, the more power they produce. This is just slowly, passively collecting EMC, which you can use to charge up, say, redstone, which because of the amount of EMC in it, instantly became alchemical coal, which actually is 2 steps above it should have became coal first. Or gunpowder, actually. That's rather strange. Maybe it had too much EMC again. Let's see. So, redstone becomes coal. There we go. Which then becomes gunpowder. Over time. There we go. It's turned to gunpowder. Which, after even more time has passed, turns into glowstone dust. Each step should be slower and slower. Roundabout. As you can see in the top right here, the energy collectors can actually be upgraded. Level 2 takes dark matter, which takes a whole heap of diamonds. I'll just show that. No, not diamond. Oh, it does. It uses a block of diamond and alternus fuel, which is very expensive fuel. While the final stage takes red matter, which is also incredibly expensive. It takes dark matter and then even more alternus fuel. So that's just a little bit of novel. So then that glowstone dust turns into alchemical coal. One thing you can do if you want a whole heap of coal, say, instead of upgrading and upgrading one piece over and over again, if I took this out and put, say, what'll be quicker than coal? Gunpowder over into this target box. Now if I put, say, just a whole heap of redstone here, in fact I can put multiple stacks, what'll happen is this will get upgraded to gunpowder and placed into this top slot. So there we go, instead of upgrading one piece over and over again, it's now made 2 gunpowder. Now if I take that out, it'll keep going like this. The reason for this is you can actually use buildcraft pipes. So you can input your redstone and such into one side and take out the collected items out of the top. Which I might do eventually, but not just yet, that's for sure. Anyway, I'll take out this gunpowder and the target gunpowder, get rid of that. I don't actually want to upgrade these things. I'll just let this passively collect. Now the one thing that the collector can't do is upgrade matter. It only upgrades fuel, so iron isn't going to get upgraded to gold over time. Just as glass isn't going to get upgraded to, say, stone or cobblestone or something like that. If you want to actually make a collector generate matter, what you need to create is, I believe, a relay. I'm not sure if you can do it straight to the collector, but what you need to create is a Klein star, which I'll show you here. Actually, I can't spell Klein. I just spell star will work. These Klein stars. So the first one, built pretty difficult. You need diamond and Mobius fuel, which I believe is straight after alchemical fuel. Let's check that. No, it's after alternus. Oh no, Mobius fuel goes into alternus, and yes, it's a step after alchemical coal. So I could use a philosopher's stone to generate 4 into 1, or I could just keep upgrading them in the collector here. Damn it, it skipped a step and went straight to blaze powder, I believe. Although I'm not sure about that, that might just be the next step. Let's see, is this going to... Yes, it's going to upgrade very slowly. I guess that it's going to go blaze powder to the next level. We'll just leave that for some time. So while it's going, I'll just keep talking. The Klein star is basically used as the battery, the rechargeable battery of equivalent exchange. So putting them in a collector, or the relay, I'm still not sure about the collector. What will happen is it will charge up energy, and it will store the EMC in a item that you can actually carry around with you, instead of a block that has to be placed on the ground and charged this way. So what you can do is take that charged Klein star, take it over to one of these blocks and put it into the transmutation. Then the EMC from the star can be used as the EMC here. So that way you can take those collectors and turn them into matter items instead of just charging up fuel. So how's this going? Still only halfway. Stop recording again until that's done. Alright, so it's nearly upgraded now. As you can see, a Mark 1 collector is incredibly slow. That's why you're meant to make many of them just to charge one relay. I probably didn't mention that the relay also gets its power from all the collectors, and then adds bonus power from itself. So, come on. One more. Damn it! Okay, so it actually goes glowstone to something else. So it's going to take a really long time to get some Mobius up and running, that's for sure. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sleep for a bit, come down and see what this glowstone has changed into. Okay, I didn't want to sleep too long and miss a step, so I'm back down here, and there we go, it's finally turned into Mobius fuel. Now unfortunately, I actually need 8 of these damn things, so I'm going to put it over into the target slot. Now whatever I place in here is going to slowly be upgraded. So I guess I'm going to start with the blaze powder, because that's probably the easiest thing. I'll put in a glowstone as well. Let's see, I've got too much redstone now, so what I'll do is I'll grab, say, 7 of these. Now over time these should all turn into Mobius fuels. And you know what, just in case, I might as well put in an entire stack so it doesn't just waste away, because there is a maximum EMC that can be stored in a collector over time. Not over time, I mean stored in it here that has to get used up. Each upgrade holds a bit more. So what I could do is go to sleep and wait until that's done, or I could start doing some stuff from other mods and have that running at the same time. I think one of the things I'm going to do is start smelting and macerating a whole bunch of ore, because I've still got all this ore here. So I'll just put this redstone away. Put the coal up. Wait, I'm going to need some coal, but I'll put it away so it stacks nicely at least. I'll take out a good 4 stacks. Put away this crazy amount of iron that I found. Also put away the diamond, because I just might as well. Let's see. Flint. Flint, 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 flint. Flint goes in here. Glass can go in too. Iron. Oop, just a little bit more. More dust, and where's my miscellaneous chest? There we are. Okay, ores. I did actually find out a way to fix all this ruby ore and such that I have to turn into rubies. I'll probably do that next episode. It's going to involve using a quarry to automatically mine it as I place it down. So it should be kind of cool. Has a little contraption to fix the mistake of the mice workers. So let's see, I'm just going to start with copper. I'm just going to start smelting, macerating as much copper as I can possibly do at once. Copper, copper, copper. No more in that chest. A little bit more in that one. Do I have any of the dust? No, I don't. Okay, I'm going to head downstairs now. Luckily these bat boxes are completely full, so I shouldn't have any problems for a little while. One thing I do want to do is build a bigger bat box. I believe it's called an MFE or an MFS. I might just want to check that once these are powered. Let's see, so it should be called an MS... Nope, MF. There we go, there's the MFS and the MFSU. These hold much more power, but they require things like energy crystals or Lapatron crystals, which are rather ridiculous to say the least. Like, to create an energy crystal you need a diamond surrounded by redstone. Lapatron crystal you need one of these and surrounded by lapis, and use electronic circuits. These hold, I believe, 10 million EU compared to the bat box's 40,000. These one hold, I believe, 200,000, but I could be wrong. But I'm not going to do that just yet. What I am going to do is start all this macerating. That's this, that should be up and running. Oh, that one's loud. There we go, sorry about that once again. I really should start macerating something and smelting things before the episode starts so I can fix up those sound issues. So let's see, with these 2 generators... Oh, that one's starting to drain. No, maybe not. There is in fact no drain. That's very nice for 5 macerators. But of course it only works like this during the daytime. Once it hits night, it should start draining. It's about midday. I'm going to just check that by using the not enough item cheats. Hopefully you'll forgive me for this. Let's see, cheat mode enable. I'm going to set it to nighttime. I'll set it to midnight. And now just to see if there's any kind of power drain. Let's see. Nope, turns out these solar panels are completely not needed for now. at least while I'm not smelting as well. Once I activate all 10 machines, then we start to get some kind of issue. So I'll set it back to noon. Cheat mode back off. Okay. So yes, it's not a problem, but it would be nice to have an extra battery pack here to capture all this excess energy when I'm not smelting things. Now I'm going to sleep for a few days, and what's going to happen is that collector's going to keep charging up those things into Mobius fuel. Those are going to keep macerating. Once that's done, I'm going to start smelting them, and then what I can do is actually go over to the equivalent exchange, turn that copper into whatever I need, like iron or tin or any ores actually. Even gold if I have enough of it. Let's see how that's going. I am starving, that's not good. So that's nearly done. The collector should be going nicely. I'll just go check up on them. On it. So as you can see, it is incredibly slow. The Mobius fuel, it only has created 2, and that 1 from before, which I'm using as a target. So I'll just eat some food so I don't wake up during the night and then sleep again. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I can hear that the macerators have turned off already, as have the generators. I'll just fill up the coal. Now I'll just take out these, and I'll start macerating again. So that's now done. Now I'll just put these into the furnaces. Create a whole heap of, hey, gold. A whole heap of copper ingots while they macerate. So that should go nicely, and these will definitely be draining now. There we go. They should be fine though. They won't be going for too long. So as you can see, even during the daytime, there is some drain with the solar panels. So once it hits night, this is going to be draining like crazy because of the extra 8 EU per tick that won't be going into these batteries. So I would like to make some solar panels, just some extra ones to supplement that drain. Anyway, back to sleep it is. I love this Somnia mod. Okay, only half a day has gone by, but I could hear that something is wrong. The sounds have changed, so I'm thinking that maybe they're out of power? Nope, they've got full power. Maybe they finished smelting. Yes, they did. Okay, that's great. I've got 5 entire stacks of copper then. Sounds like the macerating's done as well. I'll just take that out. Plenty of copper. I'll just put these back into the furnaces then. Whoops, misclicked. Okay, so I'm going to have 10 stacks once that's all done. I'll just fill these back up as well. Oops, give me that coal back. Thank you. Now next up, we'll see if I can turn this copper into some iron and tin so I can even it out. I'm pretty sure they're worth different amounts, but I could be wrong. I probably am. So let's see, is it locked to matter? Okay, it already is. So if I put in just 1 copper... Oh, copper is worth a lot less. It's only worth 85. Okay, so this is going to cost quite a bit if I want to turn this into iron or tin. Let's see, so if I put down a couple stacks, well there's tin and iron appearing now. So I'm guessing that these are probably worth the same at least. So if I take out 1 bit of iron... Oh! 2 is actually not even enough. Because I actually was draining EMC from here. So let's see, I'll just pack this up so it's generating 4. Now if I take out an iron... Okay, the EMC is now increasing. Whoa, what happened? So they seem to have switched around so I can make a bucket now. I'll stop moving. So frustrating when it does that. Oh, come on. There we go. As the EMC increases, it moves around as it allows me to make some new stuff. Anyway, what I might as well do is just make as many iron as possible. Let's see, create some more iron. More iron again. More iron. There we go. Okay, so it's used up most of that EMC apart from this stuff which I don't really want. Now if I want some tin or some copper, I can just put the iron back in, which should be quite a lot easier. There we go. It's also offering me bronze, which is cool, because I might need some of that as well. So what I'll do is I'll just transfer 1 for 1 and grab some tin out of this. Let's see, I might grab a little bit more, putting that iron back. There we go. Now I'll just take a little bit of this, say 16, and create some bronze out of it. Put the other 16 back and create some more copper. It's rather frustrating, it's actually got too much EMC now. Copper. Maybe if I just do this and then shift click on the copper, it should give me a fair amount. Or not. It's rather frustrating when you're trying to go from something that's worth a lot of EMC to something that's worth only a little. It's much easier going the other way. I'll just be back. Whoa, I was looking at my video files completely wrong. I had no idea this episode had gone for so long. Yeah, I'll see you viewers next time. We'll get these automated tables up and running so I don't have to waste so much time. And yeah, my gosh, sorry about this being nearly 50 minutes. We'll see you viewers next time. Be sure to like the video. Stray Mav signing off.